I'm recording this class. So I'm opening a page, new page, creating a new page directly from here. Okay. Um, that is apex hash. Um, what's the page name which I'm copying? Mouse output candidates. Output candidates. Okay. Page. This is my VF page. I'm just creating this new page. Okay. Click on this to create a new page. Okay. So I'm copying down the complete argument. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I lost my connection because today I'm in um, some event. So okay, there is some disturbance as well. Yeah. So this is the candidate mass output candidate page which I created. I want to link this to the position because see this page is depending on position object. That is the reason I'm linking to the standard controller position object. Okay. If I pass the position object ID, okay, because there will be thousands of positions in my system. How can I show, hey, these candidates are for this position? That's my requirement. I have to show the candidates for a particular position. So for that reason, I want to query the position data with the ID because my VF page will automatically work on this. This is a standard controller. I have to pass ID for showing the list of candidates for this position. Okay. For that, I am just opening it in a new tab. I want to query one position. Or suppose this is the position. I am copying the position ID and pasting it at the end of the URL. So when I'm using a standard controller, okay, I have to pass some ID, which tells, hey, this is the ID. I am showing this information on the page. Okay, see, this is a view. So my VF page is linked with the position object and it's showing all the job application linked with that, job applications linked with that, and as well as so here if you see, I am showing two types of data, the same information two times. Why I'm showing this? Okay, here this option I'm using with Pageblock table with standard UI. The second example which is showing here with the same names, but it's not. I'm not using Pageblock table. Means I'm not using the standard UI. I'm using the general repeat tag, data table tag to repeat the job applications and the data related to that. Okay. See, this is how this is what I'm showing the data here. Okay. Um, for each and every job application, there can be a number. For each and every candidate, I'm sorry. For each and every position, there will be a number of job applications. Each and every job application is linked with a candidate. Okay, that's what is happening here. Now there is a job application. So if I go and create a new job application here, it show one more data on the screen. So you click on job application, the same candidate, or else click on save. Now refresh the page. Now you can see one more job application with AP22. Can you see this? Because now there are two job applications. It will, if there are 100 job applications for this position, it will show all the things in the same page. And the same data is repeating two times because there are two type of things to display the same data. I am showing one is the Pageblock table, the other is data table. So data table will not show you the standard UI. Okay, so this is the standard UI. Salesforce will automatically give this. So see, the Pageblock table is having columns. Item name means job application name. What is an item? Items are linked with the job applications by this variable. So you no need to write any class for that. Position underscore underscore c dot job applications underscore underscore r will automatically bring out the job applications. This is the list of job applications which I am trying to show here. Okay, and this I am assigning it to a variable. So each and every item in the job applications will be assigned one by one to the item. This item will be repeated n number of times. If there are 10 records in job applications for this position, the item will be assigned 10 times with the new values, and it automatically records 10 times by for distributing the for showing the values on the screen. Something like job application name, job application status, stage, candidate number. So this is will be executed every time. Means the data is coming from the item, and this is the reference of each element in this list, each item in this list. Okay, so what all information which I want to show here, I have to use this particular thing like name, status underscore c stage. These are things I want to show it on the page. And candidate underscore underscore r dot name. This is the parent object of job application. Okay, that's what I'm showing it here. Okay, each and every job application will have one candidate only. Okay, and again candidate name, number, uh, first name and last name. Candidate name is the auto number. That's the reason I'm showing C-0015. Okay, because it's name, but the field, the actual name, the label is candidate number. Okay, that's the reason it's showing candidate number here. Don't confuse about that. But the candidate name is a custom field with combination of this is the label which I gave this header value manually because there is no candidate name in my system. There is a first name and last name fields. I'm combining both these items in a single column with this first name space last name and header value equal to candidate name. Can later on email address and phone number. So each and every application, if there are 10 people applied for this position, okay, with 10 job applications, yes, I need 10 job applications in this case. 10 records I can see it here. So I'm not doing any special modifications in data table. I'm simply using the same names, okay, same field names of job application and candidates, but here I'm using data table which don't provide the standard CSS, okay, and I'm using Apex column This is the apex column. This is also an apex column. Name is an apex column. Stage, status, stage, candidate number, candidate. These are all apex column tag. Inside that I have kept output text tag. Text tag. Output text is linked with the actual value. Okay. Here, if you see, in the previous thing, I assigned the list of positions with the item. Here, I am assigning the list of positions with the job. Okay, I am using the job variable here because I can also, these don't need to use job variable like this, but I can directly use position underscore job application underscore or dot name. What happens in that case? Um, each and every time you have to write the big letters for each and everything. That's the reason I'm not using that. Okay. And again, the list of records which you are repeating, you have to assign to a variable and you can parse it one by one. So I think from this example, you might have got the exact difference between the page block table, page block, and the data table, right? Page block table is very, means it's very similar to data table, but page block table will add CSS of standard spacing, standard styling, standard fonts of Salesforce, and even spacing between the fields is all is everything is designed. Okay, and again when you are bringing your cursor to the record, it highlights it. Okay, got it. And coming down to the data table, it's completely custom. You have to write your own CSS. I can write my own CSS by using style color equal to red. Let's see what happens. This is the job table. Its color is red. Now I can even copy the same thing. So I can do one thing. I want to show you how to use CSS in the VF page. Okay, how to use CSS in VF page. I'm removing here. I'm assigning some style class that is column data. Okay, column data is the style class name. This is the class name. Okay, I'm copying this. I'm bringing it to the top of the class. I'm using style tag because this is HTML thing, right? CSS and HTML. I can use all the HTML and CSS tags, column data, because if it is a class, I have to use dot column data. If it is ID which I want to add properties for that ID, I have to use hash symbol. Hash, okay. Hash means this, okay. Anyway, currently my requirement is to apply the CSS with the class because there are many items to be added, the same properties, okay. Now I'm using color equal to green. This column data, I want to assign it to all the other things. Style class variable, copy, paste, paste. I am adding to all the columns. I want to remove for one column at the end, the phone field, email field. Let's see what happens. So do you see the exact color difference here? See, these are in green color. This is only in black color because I haven't kept any CSS property for this. If I add it like this simply and if I click on save, now again this will be changed again to green color. See, I have assigned a property at once with the CSS at the top, CSS property, and I added the same property a number of times with the class for a number of elements. Okay, see, these are all different elements. I assigned to all of them with a single class name. So instead of writing style in each and every tag, it's better to divide the CSS apart and apply it universally. Okay, got it. So it's my requirement. If my customer want to change my branding, I don't want to use the page block table. I will use the CSS, and I can even put the spacings according with the CSS, border spacing. Okay, all this stuff I can maintain. Okay, and I can even control the font size, font color, um, everything. Okay, and I can also write some links. Also, I can convert these items into links. Okay, with the Apex data table, I can convert into a link by putting a link tag next to the output tag. Command link button I can give it. So whenever I am coming here with my mouse, it show a link. I can click on this, it will take to the job application. That can also be done. Okay. Do you have any question on this? All right. So now I want to try one more example. This is already done. I think review illustrator. So so let's. I want to show the candidate template page. Okay. Now I'm removing this and I'm giving it as Apex hash candidate template page. Clicking on enter. Now I'm going to the VisualForce screen, creating a new page. Okay, I'm entering my data here. Clicking on save. Now this is the candidate detail page. Means the candidate information is generally available in a general format, but I don't want to go in that way. I want to see some of the important information in the bold letters and all the data in proper format. Okay, this is the page. Now I want to attach some contact because this is a blank page. I don't have data in this. So this page will generally shows the information of one candidate. Okay, but which contact I have, which candidate I have to show? I have to pass some ID, right? This is a standard controller. I have to pass some ID to show that candidate information on this page. Okay, right. Yeah, now I'm clicking on a candidate that is Venkat, and I'm copying the ID of this, and I'm passing the ID to this standard controller page of on candidate object ID equal to paste. Now you can see the differences. See, I have the first name and last name here in detail format, and phone number, m- mobile, fax, email, gender. So I can have a detailed view of this candidate. Let's do one thing. I want to create the data completely in this page. For suppose legacy candidate number. So if I want to if I attach some picture ID here, it automatically shows my picture on this also. Okay. Let's do one thing. Let's go to documents. I'm clicking on save. Okay. I'm saving this information. Yeah, this is a bad data, so it can only contain must be. I'm leaving this. Okay. I don't want to save a SN number. Yeah. Now this is the data. If I refresh this page, now I am trying to show the new data in a in a different candidate template page. Okay, so I want to show you the controller part. What I am trying to show here. The CSS properties of this is defined in the CSS, in the style tag. Okay, the table, top table, photo size, the font text, font color, and everything is defined here. Picture URL, candidate ID underscore. I want to show one picture URL. That's the reason I want to show something. Okay. Um, where is the picture URL here? Am I generating automatically from here? I'm just checking it. So if I give proper address here, my okay. So for doing that, what I have to do is I have to add remote settings also. One thing, give me a second. I'm going into setup. So view fields, because there is a picture URL. What is picture URL? I have to see. Picture URL is a formula field which is based on picture. Yeah, I can do one thing. I'll go to the documents folder and I can use the universal containers logo, because if I want to add a picture of a candidate, I have to upload that into a folder, documents folder, and I can use that. Click on go. Oh, this is the picture ID. I'm copying this into the custom object. Click on edit. I'm copying it here. Clicking on save. Now what happens? This is the link of the picture. If you click on this link, I can see the picture of that, right? If I click on refresh on this page, you can see what happens. And one thing is, I have also attached the geolocation of this user. If I go to remote site settings in the system, if I add Google Maps data, I'm showing that to you. One second. This is the URL I have to add. I'm trying to refresh this page again. I'm trying to click on checking in my developer console. What are the issues? Okay. Um, yeah, the request has been blocked by the system because it's not added to the remote site settings. I'm trying to refresh the data, so I'm just checking the exception. Again, the request has been blocked. Okay. So actually, the actual thing is, I'm trying to show. I have to show the geolocation. Somehow, it's not clicking on clone. Um, See, what I'm doing is I'm dynamically passing the street address, candidate city, candidate state, and pin code. With this information, my Google Maps is going to search, and I'm going to show the map of this guy location on the directly on the screen. Okay, but somehow my Google Maps is blocked from means the Google Maps is blocked from the Salesforce. I have to check out the actual issue because I have added the remote settings also. Um, Click on enter. Yeah, still I cannot see this. Um, yeah, let's see this issue because there's no problem with the code, but somehow I have to check regarding my remote site settings or even problem with the Google API whether they stopped supporting this particular thing. I have to figure it out. Generally, the requirement is there's nothing big. We are writing a standard controller on candidate object and showing some important information in a bold colors, and I'm using my street address, all this information, and I'm trying to print the map information. That is the requirement of this page. Okay, I'll show the tags to you. We are using Apex iframe tag to insert the Google Maps inside the frame. The iframe size is 450 pixels to width is 80%. Okay, and so this is everything is in panel kit, which is having one column, and the size is also defined here with 100% of width because the actual size of the map is also the size of the panel grid. Little bit more than that with the border pixels of one. Okay, border size of one. And before that, the main panel grid, means you are grouping content with panel grid. You are breaking into sections and you are putting some content into different blocks. The top thing is having two columns. Left side column is having photo and first name, last name. Okay, this is this. Okay, yeah, this is a different panel grid. Yeah, first of all, there is a main panel grid. It's dividing the page into two parts, one and two. Okay, this is first part, which I'm printing a picture of the candidate, because the picture URL I'm getting it from the document candidate dot picture URL underscore c. This is a formula field. If you are giving a ID of the picture, it automatically attaches the Salesforce instance URL as well as the servlet document URL. Okay, all this stuff. It's creating a picture URL. That picture URL I'm using here and showing an image here, and later on I'm printing the first name and last name next to each other. See, uh, which is 80% HR tag. Okay, means header row. Okay, and after the panel grid is ended, I am opening one more panel grid of column 1 to print down my information like phone, mobile, fax, email, and gender. That's what it's displaying here. Okay, after finishing this, so see here I am passing the column classes, label and data. Label and data are defined on the top in the CSS. These are column classes. Label is this field output field label, output label. Data is the output field value. That is the reason output labels are strong, because that I have defined in the top of the class. I can show that to you. See, data, middle, data label is this. See, bold color, 1.5 em size. You can also put the size in pixels also. Okay, px. Got it. This is the data size. This is the data label data table. So this is the label and this is the data size. Size is same, but it's bold. The label is bold. That's what it's showing, the bold color here. Got it? And later on, the final panel grid at the bottom will show you the. See here, what happens is we have used totally how many panel grids? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 panel grids we have used it. Okay. So there are 3 panel grids for this component. 1 panel grid for the whole total thing. Small panel grid, small panel grid. 3 panel grids, and bottom thing is one more panel grid for showing the map. Okay. So, and again coming down to the map, this is a single column panel grid with 100% width size, and actually the details of the size is given in the iframe. Okay, that's what it's showing there. Okay, that's it, guys. Okay, yeah, that's it about the component template page. Anyway, I'm going to share this complete code to you. You can use this for the future references. Okay, I will try to deploy my complete code into the org which you have access to. Right. Hey, guys, actually, I want to take the class for 2 hours, actual class, but I'm in external event today. Okay, I couldn't means take this class for more than 40 minutes for today. Okay, if possible, you can look into the examples. I'm going to add it to the playlist. Okay, I hope all you guys have the playlist with you, so you guys can use that. I'm rolling out of this currently. I'm dropping off this call. Can we meet in tomorrow, or tomorrow again, exactly again at our 7 o'clock time CST? Okay, I want, because I'm in the event. I hope. Yeah. Thanks, guys. And so if you are, means first thing is you have to understand the code. If you are good on understanding, later on you can try things on your own, because understanding is step one. What all means, what is a page, what is a controller, or how you are getting data from controller, all these things, if you understand properly, what methods are you calling. So if you see the code like this, you are very familiar with the code and you can review the code. Later on, when you are asked to develop the code, it's really tough. The 70% means it's really tough to create code on your own, to start with some method, or where to start with and when to start with. So the only uh, the only way to fix that is you have to practice a lot. After going with all these examples, right? I want you to try each and everything on your own also. Okay, you have access to the code. Just first into the code in the instance. If you understand it properly, try the same code without seeing the code in a new organization. Try from scratch. Okay, so that will help you in building your programmatic skills on Salesforce. Okay, people are not going to give much time. Okay, they give very less time for a requirement like this. They give only 4 or 5 hours. Okay, so like each and everything you have to build. Initially you feel very tough, but later on you feel very easy. If you know what to do, you can really quick build it in 2 to 3 hours of time. Okay, thanks.